Good evening, I'm Chris Malooly. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, an investigation into a hate group with ties to the KKK here in Northeast Indiana. Flyers for the American Christian Dixie Knights have been left in dozens of yards in Dekalb County. It's something the sheriff says he hasn't seen in more than 15 years and has one mother with children of color scared for her family's safety. I spoke with her exclusively and to the Dekalb County Sheriff Dave Chirp about their investigation. In a county of more than 40,000, it's dozens of these flyers hitting close to home.
Mom, there's something I need you to look at.
For one Dekalb County woman.
Yeah, I actually already cried about it this morning.
She's asked to have her face blurred for fear of retaliation, not for her safety, but for her family's.
We're a minority family. How could you ever just shove that under the rug?
Her husband is a person of color. Her children all have his dark skin. She says it's easy to stand out in a county where 97% of people are white. The Klan laying flyers near her mailbox makes her feel like a target.
And I actually just kind of think I felt numb I'm probably still numb.
The flyers advertise the American Christian Dixie Knights. The Southern Poverty Law Center says they had the largest increase of any Klan-affiliated group in 2019. The Tennessee-based group is active in 10 states, including in Indiana, and the woman believes the flyers were put in her yard for a reason.
One of the only homes or families that had political signs up before the election, and the other woman that got a flyer on her property as well had a political sign up in her yard.
Since December of 2019, Auburn police have received 4 reports of racist flyers, but you could see they're spread out across the city and county. An Auburn police detective I spoke with says they're not actively investigating the flyers, but Dekalb County Sheriff David Chirp says the flyers have been more widely reported around the county, more than a dozen times. Chirp says they're looking into the flyers as a hate crime.
They've gotten our attention, and if they wanted our attention, they now have it.
Chirp was around in Auburn during Klan rallies held on its front courthouse steps and nearby counties. Looking through the Willenard Genealogy Center, a courthouse rally in 1995 in Angola brought nearly 90 Klansmen, a dark time for the community and Chirp, who saw it firsthand.
Earlier on in my career, we did have a rally up on the courthouse square.
As recently as 2019, Madison, Indiana saw KKK members holding cookouts.
You're sticking up for the minority and I'm sticking up for the superiority.
The rally bringing protesters to meet them face to face.
You don't love me, you're going to go to
Chirp is working with the FBI to investigate the case and has a deputy to specifically look into it. He says this activity won't be tolerated.
I'm a little disappointed that this has showed up in our community, and we're going to go ahead and eradicate it as best we can.
The overall number of flyers spread around won't be known. Sheriff Chirp says many might not report them. Flyers left by mailboxes can be seen, shrugged off, and tossed away. But for those who see the Klan as a rightful threat to their safety and security, it can't be ignored.
That this kind of activity just cannot be supported. White supremacy needs to be nipped in the butt right away. And the more people that know that this is happening, light needs to be shown on that, definitely. That's how I feel.
Sheriff Dave Chirp says if you see these flyers in DeKalb, to report them to the sheriff's office. That number is 260-925-3365. That's 260-925-3365.